Semran. Wonderful show of respect from Shishi, hailing from Japan, and of course Isco from Mexico. A battle to the figurative death here, Wes. Not literal, but that does sum up how important this game could and is actually for both Shishi and Isco on the stage.
Yeah, it's not quite trial by combat, but it may as well be between these two because, as we said, a draw is no good for either one of them realistically, because that really puts the pressure on both of them if it ends in a draw, because you're then having to rely on results elsewhere for you to have a shot at finishing in those top two positions because of the way that results have fallen. Of course, in terms of at the top of the tree, you've got Naples and Fabiano, who are both on 4 points. So realistically, you need 3 points here to get yourself into a better scenario. Because again, by my reckoning, Fabiano versus Isco is the game after on the live stream here. So if Isco is able to pick up 3 points here, it then becomes an eliminator in the following game. And also we have to put into account as well, and we've said about this a lot in past competitions, and obviously this competition here, being on console and being warm. You know, we say about hot hands and making sure that you're alive and in tune to the game. If you're coming off at the back of a very good performance and then you're right back on the console afterwards, there isn't really much time to drain off the adrenaline, and as such, you may be in a better spot to maybe catch your opponent cold.
It does make you wonder how important being in the hot seat could be for Isco. But we're underway here between these two. We're back over to the console. It is Shishi taking on Isco. Shishi, our Asia East, Oceania and Others regional winner. And Isco will be America's regional runner-up. New to the eFootball scene, but has proven already he can hang with the best. But it is essentially here, Wes, a preliminary knockout match, if you will, because of all the reasons you just stated. So we will be seeing Isco in the home strip and Shishi in the changed away strip, attacking right to left. It will be a throw-in now to Isco.
It's going to be interesting to see whether Isco's emotions will be able to carry him. I have seen emotional players from Mexico, and I have seen what I would call cold-blooded players from Mexico. It'll be very interesting now to see whether he can just gain that composure and try and take down here Shishi, because again, one of them has to put a win on the board here to put Naples and Fabiano a little bit, put them under the fire, as it were.
Strong start for Shishi in that changed Bayern strip, almost breaking the back lines of Isco. If you're just joining us, we're here in the Allianz Arena here in Bavaria. Shishi with Sane, trying to really force the issue here early on, and as you said, Wes, a draw is no good for either side. Does either of them no favours, really makes it difficult as Harry Kane for Shishi takes a strike from range and forces a save and a corner out of Manuel Neuer.
Yeah, you'll see here just again on the replay, just trying to get that touch out of the feet and get the shot off quickly. They realised that Upamecano was closed down. And it feels almost as though Isco is an appreciator of good football. Just looking at his facial mannerisms, he's, oh, that's okay, and that's your opponent. I'd love to see what he feels like when he is able to put his best foot forward.
Corner in the end, wasted by Shishi here in the opening 15, and you're right, you just wonder if Isco can put something together here on that stage. How might the reaction be for the eFootball newcomer? Tell inside the box, back out to this near side. Sane fools Kim, tries to go inside, but taking some extra touches in the box there was Isco.
Taking a few liberties there at the back was Isco. Got away with it that time. I wouldn't advise you do it too many times more.
Musiala taking this one over the halfway line. There's Kimmich in the middle. Musiala. Nice turn inside, extra bit of space there. Shishi finds the feet of Tell. Kimmich can then feed through Musiala. He has himself for company on that far side, and it is Isco's Musiala who wins out that duel, but Kim with the clearance will just relieve that bit of pressure.
Interestingly, what seemingly is nullifying attacks, as we'll see here again, what is nullifying aerial attacks for either of these two teams as Kane looks to make his way in here.
Yeah, Harry Kane here for Isco if he's through. Musiala! He kisses the badge because that could be a massive goal here at the Allianz. All the way from Mexico. Isco on the half-hour mark takes the lead in this vital group stage match.
Welcome to the party, pal. He's managed to find a way through. It's a really nice rolled-in ball there to Musiala. Rolls it home into the bottom corner, and there is it. There is the celebration that we thought we would see. It is a man who is very happy to be one goal ahead here. And I was just about to say is that the play of going aerial with Bayern München, as we'll see coming here again, Tell to Kane, good save for the goalkeeper. But it's the aerial play that you've got to be careful of because the back line of Bayern München is so physical.
Shishi looking for an immediate reply, but Isco's given the ball back to him now. Harry Kane has strayed offside. A very interesting point you raise, Wes, yes, is that the aerial duels can be your friend if you're controlling Bayern. I do remember a certain eFootball Championship Pro Cup win from the Bayern squad, utilising throw-ins, things like that, as almost an extra set piece. Yeah, those headers down with Choupo-Moting, etc.
Yeah, the three amigos weren't too bad as a conglomerate for Bayern München, but you're quite right, is that yes, they do have Kane as a focal point, or Choupo-Moting as a focal point. You're up against the Matthias de Ligt, Upamecano, Kim Min-jae.
Isco looking to build again over the top to Harry Kane. Can't find a friend with the header, but he's won it back and it's off of the woodwork.
We may have to put camera tracing on Isco's camera. He's almost out of his chair.
He was out of his chair for his goal celebration, that time denied by the post, but he's in here again with Tell. Outside to Davies, looking for a cross, but Kim quickly closes down. And Shishi is in danger of being eclipsed by the Isco show here. As half-time approaches. It's been a strong performance from our Americas region runner-up, IscoVD. Into the 45th minute now. We're waiting for the added time here in the first half.
Minutes has been indicated.
Surely the final attack will go Shishi's way. Musiala found its way through to Tell, outside the box, now inside, double touch, and what a hit! What a hit! On the stroke of half-time, it is Shishi who answers back.
Well, thank heavens that there was a net on the back of that goal, because that ball would still be travelling. That was hit and it stayed hit. Again, neat double touch to open it up here. You'll just see, just trying to dislodge the defences and passes. Here, quick double touch, bang, straight into the top corner. Keeper left with absolutely no chance. And there's a leveller here, and Shishi has got himself an equaliser. And of course, it's that man Tell again. We've seen it so many seasons and times where people controlling Bayern München have called on his capabilities. First came to prominence as a youth player. You can see Isco, there's just that smile of almost annoyance on his face, that he knows that he could have done a little bit more to stop that going in. Well, we go to the half, and it is 1-1.
So we get to see a very brief look at the statistics there from our first half. And a reminder, with the state of play in this group, with both Fabiano and Naples currently on 4 points, these two players currently have none. So a draw really wouldn't help the landscape of the group for either of these two gentlemen. So that signals to me, Wes, it will be game on here in this second half.
It will be game on. I think the only permutation that there could be is that if it does end in a draw, it means that Isco would then need to go and beat Fabiano, but then that also leaves the door open for Shishi to potentially beat Naples, and that's where we kind of enter chaos theory, realistically, because it could literally mean that anybody finishes in the top two.
It's confirmation on your goal scorer just before half-time. You're right, I really hadn't considered that eventuality, Wes. It's obviously a very slim chance, but a chance nonetheless. And at this stage of the competition, as long as you're in it, you can win it. The sides have swapped. We now have Isco attacking from right to left in that home strip, that red and white. Shishi in possession will be attacking the other goal until can't wrangle that one. Will have possession here, Shishi, but Upamecano, good covering and good vital interception.
Yeah, I would say the only saving grace for these two individuals is that they have time on their side, but if they end up gifting possession to one another, it's going to open up the tanks there as Kane looks to volley one at goal. It's going to open up the tanks, it's going to allow for pressure to come onto you, and it's about how you handle that pressure.
That's exactly what you spoke about. Where's that aerial presence of Tell? Here he is as well. It just skims the side netting, did it. Isco very impressed with what he's seeing so far from both sides, really, both himself and Shishi on the other side. Yeah, just skims the netting there, just wrong side of the post though for that man.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you have Tell, yes, he has got aerial capabilities in terms of his jumping and in terms of his athleticism, but sometimes it's the case that you need to super cancel off of your defender and kind of just get him off of your defender or your opponent. And that's where we saw him get the space there, as we'll see the substitutions coming in. And that player of the week, Thomas Muller card, coming in very handy for players. And if my memory serves me correctly, I believe that he has a super sub trait on his player skills. So that being the case, it means he's got a little bit more kick to him when he comes off of the substitutes bench.
Looks like it will be Isco who's elected to bring him on. We'll keep an eye on that, Wes, because
coming on the field, number 25,
like I said, any
number 17,
opportunity you can get to utilise and really put to practice those strengths of each eFootball Championship 2024 partner clubs is going to play into your strengths. We saw it back in Barcelona a couple of weeks ago, and of course we're seeing it here now. You have to know your squads. Right now, Shishi has brought on Choupo-Moting, who feeds it far side to Coman. Good defensive work though by Isco.
Yeah, course, keep your eyes on both players. I've also brought on Brian Zaragoza, highly rated youngster from Spain. So keep your eyes peeled as to what trickery he might possess.
Well, as you said it, on cue. He wins the ball and he's back with it here. Davies near side. Stunning cross, just unfortunate the way it hits his own man. Can't imagine the nerves Wes. Obviously, it's been weeks and weeks of qualifying and online play in your bedroom. So different coming to a place like this, such an intimidating stadium. You almost feel like a bit of an away fan here, I imagine, when you're coming here to compete in this type of competition. Yeah,
well, when we took a quick wander out onto pitch side here at the Allianz Arena, and you just felt almost like an ant as the size of the venue that we're at here. And of course, these guys, as we said already, have had the experience of being here and are trying to get accustomed to the pressure that comes with representing Bayern München at any level. And it's just about how you adjust, and it's almost a little bit harsh for it to come down to 3 games. Really comes down to essentially 3 games that are in front of the lights, in front of the cameras.
Well, an offside. I think Isco quite disappointed with himself there. We saw a quick glimpse of the groups, still all to play for. Here on the console side of the tournament, we have to have 2 champions today, one from this platform and one from the mobile platform as well. Only the top 2 from each group can compete in that final. And Thomas Muller here is in the box, has Kim for company, and the ball is just rolling through. Still alive here for Isco, and I believe the referee's given him a free kick as well.
Yeah, that was a bit of a hairy moment there for Shishi's defence. He has given away a free kick. It's relatively far out. You can see Manuel Neuer to the left of your screen just trying to get a sight of past his wall.
I think it's Muller stood over it, you know. It's going to be played short though. Davies near side, crossfield ball to Koeman has been knocked behind by Shishi.
Corner ball, still set pieces, going to keep this alive. Although I think if I was Isco, I wouldn't want to be trying to lead this down to goal difference against Fabiano. Oh, it's just hit off the post.
Near post, you see the reaction from Isco. He knows how good of a chance this was. It's the second time the post has been rattled so far, and you can see he just wants it. He's urging it to get the other side of the woodwork.
I think we need an interpreter for how he feels right now.
Davies this time far post to Muller, and a bit more direction on that, and maybe Neuer would have had something a bit more difficult to deal with. It's been a good sustained period of pressure here for Isco. Shishi needs to have something in reply, really. Probably a group stage result so far, but we'll keep our eyes peeled to the action in front of us as Shishi almost finds that ball down to thread through on the near side. Inside the final 10. And is there a winner?
Palpable tension here. You can feel it all around.
Choupo-Moting wins his duel against Kim, actually. I think Isco maybe wasn't anticipating that, and as a result can't really capitalise. Gnabry, advantage played by the referee. Good hold-up play from Shishi, doesn't want to give the ball away, especially in this advanced position. Choupo-Moting for him now, dispossessed, and, well, second bite at the cherry maybe. Here is Choupo-Moting again! Oh, it's saved! A huge chance in the 89th minute. How costly could that be? Thomas Muller now. Zaragoza tries to feed Choupo-Moting, only 3 minutes added on by the referee's assistant. Isco. Well, it's Kim that's put into the book after that previous transgression. But the thing that matters most at the moment is that Shishi will get the final attack. Will he? He's given it away. And then back again. And again, is there one last roll of the dice here? I wonder. Doesn't look like it, and it will end. Isco won, Shishi won here in our group stages. And you can tell by the reaction from our players on the stage, neither of them wanted that result. It makes things very difficult for them now. It all comes down to the last group stage match.
It does. It basically means that third and fourth need to beat first and second to even be in the conversation, and then it falls down to goal difference. We saw Isco get his first goal of the tournament and was able to really kind of put himself to good use in that opening exchanges, and it was good work from Shishi to be able to get himself back into the game. But Musiala gave in the lead. As you saw the brilliant celebration from him.
As I said, literally out of his chair. Yeah, literally
out of his chair. We may need to put some type of kind of seatbelt on him just to keep him in his chair, because both positive or negative, he's talking about it. And look at that opportunity. Is he going to look back on that and think that maybe that's the chance that maybe cost him his opportunity at a grand final berth? But it's really good play from Shishi to get the double touch, get it on the edge of the box, get that defence unseated, and found a rocket into the back of the net to give himself a little bit of hope going into these final games.
A really back and forth affair on the console. Match number 4 between our two gentlemen on the stage. Of course, we saw the side netting skimmed from Shishi. We saw that Harry Kane chance hit the post. That was an unfortunate one, not one of Isco's highlights for sure, but we did see as well, I'm not sure if we'll see from the highlights. In fact, here it is, another post hit from Isco. In the end, the points are shared between Shishi and Isco. What a fantastic affair it was, Wes. I mean, they're both still in with a chance. Is there still time?
There is still a chance. There's still one more chance for them.
Still one more chance. Well, we have Semra in the mix zone with Shishi. Let's hear from him now.
In some ways, this is what we wanted, right? We wanted things to go right down to the wire. We wanted competition to be really difficult and tight between everyone. So in some ways, it's playing out how we wanted. Obviously, not necessarily for the players, I can imagine. Very, very close results in the end. But the good news is you're still alive in the competition and you still have a chance to go to the grand final.
そうですね、今かなり追い込まれている段階ではあると思うんですが、何よりもね、全力で試合を楽しむことに、力を入れたいかなと思っております。
So it was a real tough situation so far, but I'm fighting for the next opportunity. Right.
Talking about fighting, you fought back from behind to equalize. Talk to me about your mental toughness, resilience, and strength to be able to turn around a deficit into taking a point.
.そうですね、正直、落としたくなかった試合ではあったんですが、簡単なミスからの失点をしてしまったので、反省しなければならないことが多くて、若干の後悔がないと言ったら嘘になる感じですね。はい。
So definitely, I have to win for this match, but also I lose the really easy mistakes, so I have to win for the next match.
Okay, so a loss, a draw, the next one is a win, right? You're on the way up. Talk to me a little bit about what you expect in your competition against Naples.
そうですね。彼がすごい素晴らしい選手なのは以前から知っているので、しっかりなるべく失点しないで、自分の形に持っていって勝利に、自分を勝利に導けるように頑張っていきたいと思います。
I know Naples is a real nice player, and then so I have to avoid to lose the match and lose the point for the next match.
Well, thank you very much. Arigato.
ありがとうございます。
And hopefully see you soon. Good luck. Well, there you have it, guys. Obviously, it's going to be a mouth-watering clash then to find out who is going to be headed to the grand final, because it's all to play for in their group.
That it is, Semra, yes.